Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Let me get this pulled up real quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Let me go over here. Let's do this. All right, there we go. All right, what up, y'all? What up? What up? What up, though? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know how many people are watching me. Looks like YouTube is glitching yet again, child. Yet again. Okay, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. All right. What's going on? There's Janae. Is it chat? What's going on, Sean? What's going on? Demi, what's going on? Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Y'all. Well, we are here to read these documents. That's what we here for. We here to read these documents. Okay. You know, I'm gonna keep on to the rooftops about this right here because y'all don't know how much hell I have been through and others have been through regarding this. Okay, we have been through straight hell. All right, and so I am here to read these documents, and baby, we're going to get into the judge's final words, what the judge had to say, because basically what I have been reading to you guys was the memorandum, which is a shorter version of what the judge had to say. Malignant narcissist. I'm a malignant narcissist. Martell's a malignant narcissist. And baby, if I don't know the definition of a malignant narcissist, it will definitely be her. I'm just saying. Now she was walking around here diagnosing people that didn't have no business being diagnosed. Okay. So I'm gonna try to say the people YouTube name, y'all. If I slip up, I think at this point we all know. So it's not any any malice intent if I slip up and say a name or so. And I feel the same way when y'all do it. Like if y'all slip up and say my name, I don't be pissed off about that. Okay, so again, I may slip up and say a name or two. Again, it's not intentional. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's get into it. So, this is the $10 million lawsuit that, in my opinion, sent the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector through hell. All right. A woman who just couldn't seem to, I don't know. I guess maybe because I don't know what this was all about. I really don't know what this is about. I'm not in that lady head, so I'm not really sure what this is about. But what I do know is it took the people up and through there. Okay, every defendant that was in this, it took them up and through there. So let's go ahead and get into it. Sarita McNeil. Now I'm gonna say her name. I don't have a problem saying her name. All right. Versus the plaintiff v. Calvin. All right. All right. So it says memorandum, which I read yesterday, but I'll read again really quick. Before the court are motions to dismiss filed by AT&T Inc., the Oprah Winfrey Network LLC, and Warner Brothers Discovery Inc., Google LLC, and YouTube LLC, TikTok Inc., I always want to say K, but CRK Entertainment, which is Carlos King's other entertainment company, Kingdom Reign Entertainment LLC, the Orlando Police Department, Anthony Felicia, Marcella, Prosperity, Maurice, Carlos King, for the reasons set forth below. All such motions are granted, and plaintiff claims. And yes, if anybody come in here with some bull crap, talking about why you still talking about it, I'm gonna talk about this as much as I want to talk about it. Okay, so mods, do what you have to do. Because again, I'm talking about this as much as I want to talk about it. When y'all was doing all y'all million thousand videos, wasn't nobody saying nothing to y'all, so y'all can handle it. And yes, I'm about to read this lawsuit. Okay, period. Now, back to where I was. Um, for the reason sets forth, all motions are granted. All such motions are granted, and plaintiff's claims are dismissed in its entirety. In addition, defendants Sierra and Tay, when Tay talks, are dismissed for insignificant service. The entries of the clerks default against me, Chef Don Don, and T Talk are set aside, and claims against Chef Don Don and T Talk are dismissed. Finally, plaintiff is ordered to show cause while Rule 11 sanctions should not be issued for her relevance of fake citations, and Wente Talks and Marcella are ordered to show cause why the counterclaims should be dismissed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. Baby, when we get in these documents, when we get in these documents, y'all gonna see who we dealing with. Okay, are y'all ready? All right. I got a little time this evening. I'm doing some work over here at the same time. So if you hear me doing a little clicky clacky, that's what I'm doing. I'm working at the same time. But you're not gonna get me to shut up about this. All right. Facts and background. Pro se plaintiff Sarita McNeil, 116 pages, amended complaint, asserts 14 causes of actions against 21 defendants, alleging that she was harassed, defamed, and otherwise harmed by various online commentators and members of the show Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is a footnote. Pro se defendant Booth's motion to preclude improper joiner, because y'all, when she amended the complaint, that's when she added Marcella, Carlos, she added Maurice, and all of those other people when she amended the actual complaint. Okay, so getting into it. Love and Marriage Huntsville, also known as LAMH. Plaintiff named 10 individuals who were online commentators of Love and Marriage Huntsville, content creators defendant, and 2 individuals affiliated directly with Love and Marriage Huntsville, totaling 12 individual defendants. Because 2 individual defendants have already been dismissed for insignificant service, 10 individuals defendants remain alongside 9 organizational defendants, 3 employers of the individual defendants, AT&T, the Oprah Winfrey Network LLC, and Warner Brothers Discovery Inc., which owns the Oprah Winfrey Network, 3 of the social media companies on which the individual defendants post content, YouTube, its owner Google, and TikTok. Because y'all remember she was suing all these big old corporations. Now, 2 companies run by one of the individual defendants, CRK Entertainment Inc. and Kingdom Reign Entertainment, which is Carlos's companies, and the Orlando, Florida Police Department for, among other things, it alleges failures to stop one of the content creator defendants from posting online. Since 2019, plaintiff has involved herself with the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base by visiting YouTube content creator channels to participate in public chats and public. Y'all, are y'all ready? Are y'all, listen, hold on. I got to take a swig of my water. Because is y'all ready? Y'all ready to hear this Looney Tunes stuff? If you ain't ready, get ready, because you know, I just know one thing. A lot of you people that has so much to say about this, y'all ain't nowhere to be found in these chats that's talking about this victory. Y'all ain't nowhere to be found. I'm sure you in the bushes listening, but you literally nowhere to be found. Mm-hmm. She got a case. She got a case. Okay. Yeah, she got a case. She got a case, all right. All right. Since 2019, Plaintiff has involved herself with the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base by visiting YouTube content creators channels to participate in public chats and public panel discussions to discuss current events and analyze a television show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then it gives the dockets. At the time she filed the amended complaint, Plaintiff was a licensed attorney. Now remember that. At the time, she was a licensed attorney. So all y'all that was, oh yeah, she's an attorney. She got a case. 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 Where you at? Residing in Missouri. That's all I'll say. Plaintiff participated in public chats using her first initial and last name to attempt keeping her identity secret, asking YouTube content creators to refer to her only as anonymous. Now, that is a bald-faced lie, because when you came up on my platform, you had your full first name and last name, and then you tried to change it. I've still got the video, and the video actually shows the timestamps and when you changed it. According to the plaintiff, she sought to provide information on legal tools to help the public understand how to handle people with narcissistic personality traits. Primarily, plaintiff rallied behind Love and Marriage Huntsville cast member Melody Cherie Rogers, FKA Melody Cherie Holt, following alleged DV and abuse by Rogers' ex-husband, who plaintiff alleges was exhibiting the 10 behavior traits of being a narcissistic psychopath. I told y'all, oh my God, I cannot. Plaintiff alleges that she participated on panels. Oh, yes. And I need y'all to talk back to me today, too. Talk back to me if you can. Plaintiff alleges that she participated on panels to give public analysis and tools to help Melody Cherie Rogers escape the potential dangers from her ex-husband and Love and Marriage Huntsville castmates on YouTube panel discussions, and also paid subscription services, i.e. Patreon. Further, plaintiff participated in a YouTube live panel discussion where she explained to the public how to exercise their First Amendment right: free speech, freedom of assembly, free press, and the right to petition the government or corporation for grievances. Hello? Huh? What you say? Oh, ooh. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? All right. To help Rogers, comparing the situations to the civil rights and the women's suffrage movement. And plaintiffs telling Melody Rogers situation split the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base into two groups. Those who supported Rogers, like plaintiff, and those who supported her ex-husband, a group of allegedly led by defendants Carlos King and Maurice J. Scott. Plaintiff alleges that defendant Carlos King plotted with other Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members, particularly defendant Maurice J. Scott, to attack YouTube content creators and subscribers like the plaintiff. for the opinions that they shared online in support of Rogers. She alleges that defendant King worked with a gang to engage in a co-op. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Lord Jesus. Plaintiff alleges that Carlos King plotted with other Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members, particularly defendant Maurice J. Scott, to attack YouTube content creators and subscribers like the plaintiff for the opinions that they shared online in support of Rogers. She alleges that the defendant King worked with a gang to engage in a coordinated effort to dox, harass, cyberstalk, threaten, and strike commentators who spoke in support of Rogers, including plaintiff. And then it gives all of these document numbers. So like it'll say document 71 through 74, document 30 through 31, document 116 to 117. And then it says plaintiff brings the following 14 causes of action against all remaining 19 defendants in this: the violation of the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, violation of the Federal Trade Commission Act, violation of 5 rights of consumers under the Consumer Protection Act of 1986, invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private facts, invasion of privacy, false light, stalking of a federal attorney. This is crazy. Cyber harassment, conspiracy, defamation of plaintiff's professional, trade, or business, libel per se, slander per se, intentional affliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress in filing false and fraudulent bar complaints, and obtaining Missouri Supreme Court disciplinary hearing audio under false pretenses. Because 2 individual defendants have been dismissed from for insignificant services, which are it was PBE and Terrence, and 2 more are dismissed in this order for insufficient service, which is Sierra and Wente Talks. 8 other individual natural person defendants remain: Anthony, Marcella, Maurice, Carlos King, myself, Prosperity, and T-Talk. In addition to the 9, I don't know that word, defendants, motion to dismiss has been filed on behalf of all remaining defendants except 2 individual defendants whose clerk entries of defaults have been entered, and that's myself, Chef Don Don, and T-Talk. 2 additional defendants have brought counterclaims, which is Wente Talks and Marcella. Plaintiff has moved to dismiss both. All right. Under Federal Rule of Procedure 12B6, a party may move to dismiss a claim for a failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 8A2 requires a plaintiff to give a short and plain statement of the claim showing that the pleader is entitled to relief. To survive a Rule 12B6 motion to dismiss, a complaint must contain significant factual matter accepted as true to state a claim to relief that is plausible on this. All right. Determining if well-pleaded factual allegations state a plausible claim for relief is a context-specific task that requires the reviewing court to draw on its judicial experience and common sense. All right. So this is where we need to get into. This is where we need to get into it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, please. As you guys come in, make sure y'all hit that like button, please. And if you'd like to be a blessing, you know how you can do so. All right, you know exactly how you can do so. Thank you so much. All right. So, because plaintiff brings every claim against every defendant and course, anyway, by reference, the entirety of her amended complaint into every claim the court must, child, y'all don't have to use these words. What is the purpose of these huge, large words? Okay, I don't know that word either. But anyway, her allegations are separate, and her claims that merit genuine review from those do not. This practice is known as a shotgun pleading. Okay. A complaint engages in shotgun pleading if it brings every claim against every defendant, resulting in a case of action. Hello, everybody coming in. Resulting in a case of action so general that it fails to put the various defendants on notice of the allegations against them. Now, what do you know? All right. It goes on to say that the shotgun pleading is especially problematic when pleading numerous counts of action with different elements. Because such complaints shift into the defendant and the court, the burden of identifying the plaintiff's genuine claims and determining which of those claims might have legal support. All right. The plaintiff poorly pleaded the claims. The court addresses them in the following order. First, the court dismisses the claims against the organizational defendants on various legal grounds. Second, the court dismisses defendants Wente Talks and Sierra for insufficient service. Third, the court disposes of plaintiffs' legally defective non-tort claims. Fourth, the court dismisses all of the tort claims failure to state a claim. Next, the court explains why all of the plaintiff's claims will be dismissed with prejudice and orders plaintiff to show cause why she should not be sanctioned under Rule 11 for relying on fake case citations and mischaracterizing case law. Then the court orders defendants Wente Talks and Marcella to show cause why their counterclaims should not be dismissed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. And finally, the court set aside the clerk's entries of default judgment against Chef Don Don and T-Talk and dismisses the claim against them as well. Preliminary dismissal. Plaintiff alleges that former defendant Vera Calvin made harassing posts online about plaintiff while employed at AT&T Inc., using information that she supposedly obtained from her employer. Plaintiff further alleges that AT&T Inc. is responsible for the acts of its employees under agency law. There are a number of obstacles to plaintiff's claims against AT&T, but two are significant to justify dismissal. She does not plausibly allege that AT&T Inc. itself committed any misconduct, nor does the plausible allege that PBE acted as an agent of AT&T. Regarding AT&T, plaintiff alleges defendant Vera PBE has made a majority of her posts doxing, stalking, harassing, and threatening the plaintiff while working for defendants AT&T Inc. from October the 22nd until the present date. Calvin is the main person who provides information from her employer, AT&T, to go against the gang and harassing support of Melody Cherie Rogers fans. Do y'all recall that lady coming up on my channel talking about she did that on behalf of PBE? And shout out to PBE for the correction earlier. But do y'all remember when she did that? Interesting, right? Y'all remember when she did that, right? Very interesting. Let's keep going. Hey, everybody that came in: IPV, Terry, Miss Felicia, JM Lee, Miss Angie, Bama Girl, Gigi, Miss Carolina Girl, Felicia, Lil Baby. What's up, y'all? Dang, I ain't know y'all see. Oh, All right. Such allegations are in the skybox, sipping on some lemonade. Great news. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right. Such allegations are insignificant to state a claim of any kind against AT&T Inc. Plaintiff does not specify what information Calvin allegedly obtained, how she allegedly obtained it, or what role AT&T allegedly played in her obtaining it. She identifies no law that AT&T allegedly broke or a right of plaintiff's AT&T Inc. allegedly violated. Nor are such allegations significant to support an agent principal relationship between Calvin and AT&T, where our employer employee relationships exist. The doctrine of, and then it goes into this respondent in this footnote. All right. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so I read that piece of it. All right. So basically, they saying that she never proved why AT&T should be named in this lawsuit. And to be honest with you, that other lady better take hold and take heed to what's happening here. I'm just saying. All right. So let's get into the Orlando Police Department. The Orlando Police Department is not subject to suit. Under Florida law, the Orlando Police Department has no independent legal existence separate from the city of Orlando and therefore is not subject to suit, meaning you can't sue them. Where the allegations show on the face of the complaint, there is some insupportable bar to relief. Dismiss under Rule 12b6 is inappropriate. They're basically saying, girl, you really didn't have a reason to include these people in here. Why did you do it? Now, here's where it gets interesting. Plaintiff fails to state a claim against the Oprah Winfrey Network, LLC, and Warner Brothers Discovery. Plaintiff pleads. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, that's good. Plaintiff pleads few facts connecting to the Oprah Winfrey Network, LLC, owned and its parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, Inc. That is going to be listed further here as WBD, so the initials. To her claims, most of plaintiff's allegations involving OWN and WBD include only background information, such as Love and Marriage Huntsville was broadcasted on OWN, which is owned by WPD. Only two of the plaintiff's allegations of wrongdoing arguably implicate OWN and WDB or WBD. That's going to trip me up every time. First, plaintiff believes her personal identity and HIPAA protected information was broadcasted to millions of viewers without compensation or authorization through social media venues. Now, hold on. Hold on. Now, hold on. Now, hold on. Now, hold up. Hold up. Hold up just 1 minute. Hold your stinking horses just 1 minute. You said what now, ma'am? You said what now, ma'am? I'm going to read that one more time. Plaintiff has made no allegations that could give rise to oh, I didn't read that part. Okay, so basically it said the implicated OWN and Warner Brothers. First, plaintiff believes that her personal identity and HIPAA protected information was broadcasted to millions of viewers without compensation or authorization. What? Wait, so they were supposed to pay you to drop that little information? Whatever you saying that they dropped, they were supposed to pay you compensation? If they violated your HIPAA laws, why are you looking for compensation for that? Child, Oprah Winfrey Network LLC, owned by Warner Brothers Discovery Inc., due to defendant Carlos King's plot against plaintiff being executed since July of 2023 to present. Now listen, I know folks feel a way about Carlos King. But girl, let's be for real, honey. Like, let's be for real. Not Carlos King been sitting up here planning on you specifically since 2023. Carlos is worried about you. Second, plaintiff believes that OWN and Warner Brothers are responsible for the actions of their employees, agents, partners under agency law, i.e., actual and apparent authority, and and principles of respondent superior, holding an employer or principal liable for the wrongful acts of an employee or agent within the scope of employment or agency. This is beyond crazy. Such allegations fail to satisfy the pleading requirements under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12b6. Plaintiff asserts that her HIPAA-protected information was broadcasted to millions of viewers without identifying what information was shared, when or how it was broadcasted, or what role OWN or Warner Brothers played in the alleged broadcast. So this woman is saying that Carlos King, and we're reading the document, she's saying that Carlos King, OWN, and Warner Brothers purposely broadcasted her HIPAA information, her HIPAA-related information. Y'all, the amended complaint lacks significant factual matter which, accepted as true, states a claim to relief that is plausible on the face against OWN and Warner Brothers. Threadbare, elements of this cause of action supported by merely a statement is not plausible. They're basically saying you just threw on Carlos King with no evidence, with no nothing, and girl, that's not gonna fly. Plaintiff fails to state a claim against Kingdom Reign Entertainment LLC and CRK Entertainment. Kingdom Reign Entertainment LLC is a production company founded by defendant Carlos King, credited as a producer of Love and Marriage Huntsville. CRK Entertainment Inc. is a company formed by defendant Carlos King to contract with third parties for his television and other appearances. Few of plaintiff's allegations involve Kingdom Reign or CRK, and those that do just provide background. All right. Let's see here. Kingdom Reign was created by King, producers of the show Love and Marriage Huntsville, is incorporated in Georgia, and has a principal place of business in LA. The only other allegations involving Kingdom Reign or Carlos are unsupported legal conclusions. First, plaintiff alleges that Kingdom Reign and CRK would be responsible for any publication of plaintiff's personal and identifying information on Love and Marriage Huntsville and Carlos King's podcast that will reach millions of viewers. Girl, am I missing something? When have these people talked about her over there? Like, what? She's saying that on Carlos King YouTube channel that they put her HIPAA stuff out there. This lady is bro. Second, plaintiff alleges that Kingdom Reign and CRK are responsible for the actions of their employees, agents, partners under agency law, i.e., actual and apparent authority, and principles of, and then there's some I read earlier. So let's get into this, please. Plaintiff has not provided significant information to state a valid claim against Kingdom Reign or K or CRK. The amended complaint lacks supporting factual allegations to establish liability of each Kingdom Reign or CRK under any of the plaintiff's legal theories. Even constructing the amended complaint to allege that Kingdom Reign and CRK are responsible for any bad acts of defendant kings. Plaintiff does not plead adequate facts to establish a principal-agent relationship for the purposes of respondent superior liability. And even if she had, as set forth here in section 2D below, she fails to allege that defendant King committed any legally actionable wrongful acts. Thus, plaintiff's claims against Kingdom Reign and CRK are dismissed. Like, this is crazy. She didn't see it either, Bama girl. She didn't see it either. She didn't see it either. Let's be for real. All right. Google LLC, YouTube LLC, and TikTok Inc. are shielded from liability by Section 230. Broad federal statutory immunity protects internet platforms like YouTube, TikTok from liability for content created by third parties. Plaintiffs' claims against YouTube LLC, its parent company Google LLC, and TikTok Inc. are categorically buried by Section 230 of the Communication Decency Act, 47 U.S.C. 230, Section 230 for CDA. Section 230 immunes, I think that's how you say that, interactive computer services like YouTube, TikTok, against any claim that seeks to treat them as the publisher or speaker of information posted online by third parties. Courts routinely apply Section 230 to dismiss claims against online service providers like YouTube and TikTok for hosting disputed content created by third parties. TikTok's failure to take down false abusive posts and or other containing plaintiffs' personal identifying information for the purposes of stalking and harassment. Alteration and original. Applying Section 230 is particularly appropriate at the motion to dismiss stage because Section 230 provides. Okay, I'm not about to read all that. Plaintiff alleges that TikTok, because that's a bunch of court jargon. I don't know. Plaintiff alleges that TikTok Inc. is liable for third-party content published on TikTok channels, specifically because TikTok Inc. did not take any action against the user. Girl, who do you think you are? Plaintiff levels similar allegations against YouTube, complaining that YouTube declined to remove user-provided content that plaintiff requested to be removed. Likewise, plaintiff sought assistance from YouTube and Google legal support teams to have former defendant PBE suspended from the YouTube platform. In her amended complaint, plaintiff acknowledges that the social media platforms like YouTube and TikTok generally have broad immunity for protection for private blocking and screening of offensive material. She nonetheless argues that YouTube and TikTok do not qualify for Section 230 immunity here. Those arguments fail. Section 230 contains three very limited exceptions. It does not limit certain laws regarding intellectual property, the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, of 1986 and similar laws that concern X trafficking. All right. Defendants Wente Talks and more are dismissed for improper service. In the absence of service for process of waiver of service by the defendant, a court ordinarily may not exercise power over a party that the complaint names as a defendant. Service for a complaint is governed by Rule 4 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Service on an individual may be achieved by the individual being served personally by leaving a copy of the summons and complaint at the person's residence with a suitable person who resides there, by delivering the summons and complaint to an agent legally authorized to receive them for such purposes. And so that would be like if you had an agent over you or something like that, or by a method approved under state law in the state where the district court is located or where the individual is served. If a defendant is not served within 90 days after the complaint is filed, the court, on motion or on its own, after notice of the plaintiff, must dismiss the action without prejudice against the defendant or order that the service be made within a specific time. Okay, so I will stop it right there. From my understanding, back in 2024, I think it was like January of 2024, the judge gave her to February the 13th to serve us. This lady is just not smart. She put the dates in afterwards, so it didn't look good in her favor in the court. And I'm glad that the judge eventually caught it, because I was wondering when you gonna catch this. But anyway, the records lack significant proof of proper service of a summons amended complaint upon defendant Wente Talks to satisfy the federal rules of civil procedure. Plaintiff filed her original complaint on December the 29th of 2023, naming Wente Talks among the other defendants. On January the 21st, here we go, right here. On January the 21st of 2025, the court ordered plaintiff to serve remaining unserved defendants by February the 17th of 2025, instructing that failure to do so will result in dismissal of unserved defendants without prejudice. On February the 17th of 2025, plaintiff filed a summons allegedly returned executed for Wente Talks, but it shows that the service was executed only upon the registered agent of, and then I'm not about to give all that business, by delivering the summons and amended complaint to George Martinez at an address in Dallas, Texas. Though the affidavit of service cites that the Citgo registered agent is authorized to accept service on behalf of Wente Talks, the court is not bound to accept that as true. So basically, she went and looked this mess up, and that's where she decided to serve Tay instead of serving Tay at her home. That is crazy. According to Wente Talks' pro se motion to dismiss, she resides in Detroit, Michigan, and Citgo Petroleum is neither her employer nor her authorized agent. And y'all know how Truth he keep calling her a gas station worker? That's where she getting it from. But it's not true, even according to the courts. So plaintiff's service was improper. In her pro se motion to compel proof of service and for sanctions for misrepresentation of service, Wente Talks states that she has not been affiliated with Citgo Petroleum for over 9 years. In response, although plaintiff contests whether Wente Talks is still employed with Citgo, she concedes that Wente Talks lives in Michigan and points to the fact that Citgo has 327 locations in Michigan. Plaintiff also alleges that the online background report services, Instant Checkmate Inc. And here we go. When I told y'all they was doing background checks on her, here it is. Y'all thought we was lying about this stuff. The people thought we was lying about this stuff right here. Plaintiff also alleges that online background report services, Instant Checkmate Inc. And she put this in the lawsuit, which is so dumb. Rocket Reach, whatever, .com, both list Wente Talks shift manager at Cytogo Petroleum. Plaintiff responses are not significant to establish that Cytogo Petroleum is an agent legally authorized to receive service on Wente Talks' behalf. Though plaintiff is correct that federal rule of civil procedure 4E2 permits a personal service to an individual, B, service at an individual's dwelling with someone who is suited there, or C, service on an authorized agent that registered agent for that employer. So like when somebody has a registered agent, they have like a LLC or something of that sort, they have a registered agent. That's what that's talking about. All right, give me a second. Let me get a swig of water, honey. Let me get a swig of water. If y'all like to be a blessing to the catch app, it's on the screen. Okay, it is definitely on the screen. All right now. Okay. Okay, we read that. All right, here we go. Defendant Moore is dismissed for failure to effect timely service. Okay. She had 90 days from the date. Then they gave her another date. She didn't do it in that date. That's basically what they say. So I don't even know who that is. Okay, so now let's get into seven of the plaintiff's 14 claims suffer from fundamental legal defects. Baby, when I say the judges is not playing with y'all for going down there wasting them people time. Plaintiff first count alleges that her rights under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution under 42 USC 1983, that plaintiff believed that defendants acted under the color of law and or in concert with state actors and their employers' principles to infringe upon plaintiff's constitutional rights. Since July of 2023, the defendants infringed upon plaintiff's constitutional rights to free speech, freedom of assembly, free press, and the right to petition the government corporation for grievances, as she tried to participate in public social media panels on YouTube. So, girl, are you saying that if people didn't want you on the panel, you was feeling some type of way, you was pissy about it? So we violated your First Amendment right when we didn't want you on our panel? What? Because the people didn't want you up on their panel, they violated your First Amendment right? Girl, get your own panel. That's what you could do. Next time you ain't got to worry about that. You get your own panel. Girl. Okay, to state a claim from a constitutional violation under 42 USC, a plaintiff must allege significant facts to show that the defendant acted under color of state law, and two, that alleged wrongful conduct deprived that the plaintiff of a constitutionally protected federal right. Plaintiff fails to significantly allege either element. First, only a state actor can face 1983 liability for acting under the color of state law. The only government actor named in the amended complaint is the Orlando Police Department, and they are not an independent entity subject to suit. Child. Okay, hold on. So basically, in this lawsuit, they's basically saying that she never provided evidence of all of these things happening. Like she didn't give enough evidence. She didn't give enough. Basically, the judge clocked it, and the federal sanction that the judge wants her to take is basically saying, like, girl, you wasted our time down here to these courts. You filed frivolous stuff, and baby, we finna get you now. That's basically what it's saying. That's basically what it's saying. We finna get you now. Mm-hmm. We finna get you. Now it does go into further detail. It does. It goes into further details with some other stuff. But I was trying to look for something specific. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Hold on. It basically just says, girl, you failed to provide all of this information and try to back this stuff up. So you know what's interesting to me? Here's what's interesting to me. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. The claims against myself. So here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? A clerk's entry of default has been entered for defendants T-Talk and defendant Chef Don Don. For the reasons discussed above, the amended complaint fails to state any claims against T-Talk or Chef Don Don. Therefore, the count finds good cause to set aside the entry of default against Chef Don Don and T-Talk to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure. And then it gives this thing, and it says, where the courts found plaintiff's claims meritless against the appearing defendants, and the same claims were made against the defaulting defendants. The claims against Chef Don Don and T-Talk are dismissed with prejudice. So the conclusion is the plaintiff claims all fail and will be dismissed with prejudice for the reasons set forth above. All other pending motions will be denied as moot, except those pertaining to still pending counterclaims. So the reason why this was only partially dismissed was because of Wente Talks and Marcella's counterclaim against her. Okay, so it says, it is hereby ordered that the motions to dismiss filed by defendant AT&T Inc., the Oprah Winfrey Network LLC, Warner Brothers Discovery Inc., Google LLC, YouTube LLC, TikTok Inc., CRK Entertainment, and Kingdom Reign Entertainment LLC, the Orlando Police Department, Anthony Lofties, Felicia, Wente Talks, Marcella, Prosperity, Maurice, and Carlos King are granted. It is further ordered that The claims set forth in the amended complaint are dismissed with prejudice. It is further ordered that entries of clerk's default judgment against Chef Don Don and T Talk are set aside, and the claims against T Talk and Chef Don Don are dismissed with prejudice. It is further ordered that the plaintiff's claims against Sierra and Wente Talks are dismissed for insignificant services. Girl, you just took a L. You just took a complete L, girl. Just take your L. Just take your L and go to hell. How what you can do. Take your L and go to hell. It's just that simple. Take your L and go to hell. 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 Hey, y'all like that? Y'all like that? Take your L and go to hell. Take your L and go to hell. Cause that's exactly what you could do. You set up and wasted them people time. You set up and wasted up our time. You set up and did all kinds of stuff to us. And girl, we just don't got the time to be dealing with you around here. Okay? So girl, take your L and go to hell. 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 She should be mad to pay the. She should be made to pay. See, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping when they sanction her, I'm hoping that they absolutely get her together. Oh, it is further ordered that no later than April the 17th of 2026, the plaintiff shall show cause on why she should not be sanctioned under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 11B for the reasons set forth herein. It is further ordered that no later than April the 17th, a counterclaim plaintiffs, Wente Talks and Marcella, shall show cause as to why their counterclaims should not be dismissed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. It is finally ordered that the following motions are denied. Let me see. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 motions denied at one time. Yeah. Well, lady, you really thought you was gonna have you a cash payday, didn't it? You thought you was finna get you a cash payday, didn't it? Y'all, she thought she was finna bank. I guess she thought she was about to roll up to that bank in the Rolls Royce bouncing. She thought she was finna cash a check that day. No. The judge said no to the no. I said no to the no. Okay, let me see what y'all said. Frivolous lawsuits come with the price and do. Where did she obtain her license from? The Cracker Jack box sounds accurate. I wouldn't even give it the Cracker Jack box. What's an off-brand of the Cracker Jacks? I don't know. Whatever an off-brand version of the Cracker Jacks is that you get around there, you know, when Ross is trying to get rid of some stuff, and you know they put it on that little thing and they put a little sticker on there talking about it 79 cents. That's where she got a goddamn license from. But see, the problem is this wasn't her field. This wasn't even her field. She may be a lawyer, but there are different type of lawyers. I'll leave it right there. Are 11 motions going to hit her? Yeah. They say that in federal court, the Rule 11 is very serious. It's basically saying that you played with the court's time. Not only did you play with the court's time, you failed to prove any of the things that you stated, and they actually see this as being frivolous. hmm She's a lawyer, but listen, if this ain't her expertise, and I'm gonna leave it right there, she's actually a lawyer, y'all. She has been in trouble for some things in the past. It has been said that she has um woke up in the middle of the night and harassed people for her money and all kinds of stuff. Yes, indeed. Yes, she is an attorney, but she don't practice this kind of law. But that other lady over there listening to her, because y'all suing AT&T, y'all suing these corporations, that's gonna get y'all in trouble. It's gonna get y'all in trouble because you have to prove why it is that you are doing this. And if you can't prove it, good luck to you. You can't just name these people in a lawsuit and just expect for things to go willy-nilly. That's not how that works when you sue corporations. When you sue corporations, you better be ready for what's coming. Because most of them have things in their fine prints that protects them of, just like in this particular situation. Yeah, I think she a tax attorney too, something like that. This ain't her field. But she would go around trying to scare everybody, talking about she worked for the FBI and the CIA and the ABC and DFE. You know, she worked for all of these defects, and she worked for Papados, and honey, she the district manager for Chick-fil-A. And child, she worked down there at the bus barn, and child, she worked down at the school. She used to be a judge, honey, in Collin County, and oh God, she used to just be everything, honey. She used to have a stake in she had a stake in what's the big store called, IKEA. Girl, okay, she used to do everything. Okay, she used to do everything. She used to get up and talk about everything she used to do. Everything she used to do. You know, I used to work for such and such and such and such a girl. As a mother of an attorney, you can jeopardize your license by filing suits that you know lack credibility. Well, that's what she fit to have to. That's what she fit to have to go to the judge about it. That's what you get, lady. That's what you get, and that other one over there that want to do this stupid stuff too. That's what you finna get next. Because my thing is this, right? I don't put all my proof in there. I'm waiting for discovery. Girl, y'all want to play with these courts by giving them fake addresses, and you want to play. Keep on. Do you realize now the judge may ask you to still submit and redo this and redo that, but girl, you went under there under the pretenses of saying that these people did certain things to you that are criminal offenses that you have no proof of. But go right ahead. Go right ahead. I have always felt like it was the same person, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think they're the same person. As a lawyer, she knew better. I hope they throw the book at her. I think it's a different person. I don't think it's the same person. They don't even talk. They don't even talk the same. I don't think it's the same person. They don't even talk the same. hmm They don't even talk the same. And I'm gonna be messy because I got a question for y'all. I thought that GoFundMe was supposed to have been for all of them folk that were named in that lawsuit. I heard her say the other day that she did it for one person, and the one person, she feel like she mad at that one person. I'm a little confused. I thought all of that was for all of them that was named in that lawsuit. She was probably a paralegal. Probably. She wasn't nothing for real though. You know, we can guarantee that. She wasn't nothing for real, for real. Yeah, she wasn't that girl for real, for real. Mm-mm. Um, I was doing something, y'all. Where's my other phone at? Oh, here you go. Okay, listen, if y'all really quick, if y'all know anybody that has a black owned business and they are looking to promote their black owned business down to the award show, let me know, honey. Let me know. We are doing step and repeat slots for $50. For $50. So if you know someone that has a business, I don't care if they just starting off and stuff like that, make sure you let us know. Okay. This the same woman that tried to sue as Jane Doe, correct? No. No, 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 no. This is a lawyer lady who started in the sector, going to everybody's channel, getting on their panel, calling Martell Holt a malignant narcissist. Mm-hmm. That's who this is. This is the lawyer lady. Um, and like I said, she had some things happen. Hold on. Okay. Um, Jesus, why do everybody wait till you go live and then everybody want to hit you up about the same thing? Girl, hold on. Jesus, Lamb of God. Okay, anyway. um hold on. Okay. Oh, child, y'all wait good until I get real busy on the live, and then y'all wants to. Okay, all right. I'm a niggling narcissist. I'm a niggling narcissist. He's such a malignant narcissist. There's 10 traits of a malignant narcissist. Excuse me, of a narcissistic sociopath. Okay, hold on. There are 10 traits of a narcissistic sociopath, and he's a malignant narcissist. I know she had that big old strong, deep voice. Her voice was deeper than mine. Um, um, Her voice was so much deeper than mine, y'all. I can't even play like that. Like, you know how like you be trying to lower your voice? Hell, I'm trying to lower my head, trying to lower my voice. Hold on. A malignant narcissist. A malignant narcissist. Child, listen. Y'all, I am just so glad that this is what it is. I'm glad at this point. Because I'm so over it. I am so over it. Hey, Miss Yvette Bell, how you doing? Hold on. That's all she would do is diagnose people. That's it. She literally get on this app and that's all she would do is diagnose people. Straight just diagnose folks. The people know. The people that was here this whole time, y'all know. That's all she did. In celebration, if you'd like to be a blessing to the Cash App or the Venmo, you guys know how to do so. In celebration of this victory, of this mighty fine victory, we thank the Lord for this victory too. Oh yeah, Sheridan, $10 million. Greg borrowed $10 million. This lady wanted $10 million. She wanted $10 million from Carlos King. She wanted $10 million from I'm about to say Uber Eats. She wanted $10 million from oh, I see what's happening. She wanted $10 million. Oh, you don't okay, so I'm just give you a quick little synopsis of this whole situation. So this situation started. This girl thinks she over here. She thinks she over here. Girl, I don't even know how to put this. First of all, the lady is loony. Okay, she's a lawyer, supposed to be a lawyer lady or whatever. She ended up suing myself and 10 other content creators because she said that at first she said that we doxed, harassed, and bullied her and all of these things. She said that we violated her First Amendment right to get up on YouTube channels, to get on our YouTube channels and discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville. She said that Carlos King, OWN Network, and Warner Brothers worked together to expose her HIPAA her HIPAA information and to expose her personal identity. Okay. She said that Carlos and Maurice was working with OWN and Warner Brothers. Now, y'all know I ain't making this up because we read it in the lawsuit stuff. This is what she said that Carlos King had did. Well, child, I am here to tell you, Miss Sheridan, that everybody that was on that lawsuit has been dismissed with prejudice. Because the judge knew this lady was full of bull pucky. Okay, when she started suing AT&T and TikTok and Google and all of these entities, girl, you can't come against these folks thinking that you really gonna do it. I'm gonna tell y'all, the attorney that I had talked to told me that typically with lawsuits like this, he said that you just wait and see what TikTok and Google are going to do, because these are large corporations that are already covered. They're already covered. If we, like the content creators, are on their specific site creating content, we're covered. I mean, they're covered. So that's why they was dropped from the lawsuit. She never gave clear indications of what any of us was supposedly allegedly did to her. She was looking up our background information. And remember, I told y'all that in the midst of these conversations, I received some emails from Anthony, and in these emails, I still got the screenshot of these emails, which was crazy to me. But in these emails, they are talking about what. No, we didn't go to trial, but we've been dealing with this since December of 2023. But no one went to trial. No one went to trial. No one went to trial. That's how bogus this was. She did not serve people properly when she was instructed to serve people. She didn't do it properly. This whole case was crazy. But you had people out here that were saying, she got a case. Yep. She got a case. She got a really big case on y'all. She got a case on y'all. You know what? I'm gonna say her name just because of the fact that, girl, I'm gonna just do it because just what for? Sherelle's World. Y'all remember when Sherelle's World got her big long giraffe neck up here on this good internet, and she went round there with her ball mouth husband that sits in front of that 7-Eleven screen thing. Sir, why are you sitting in front of 7-Eleven, you broke bitch? Anyway, they sat there and tried to tell all of our business. Got up there on their page as if this lawsuit even mattered to them. But y'all remember how Sherelle's World framed this, talking about the millimeters. It's the millimeters, the millimeters of doxing people. That's what they kept saying, right? Y'all that was here, y'all know I'm not making this up. That video of Sherelle's World, I think it's still up. Me addressing Sherelle's World is still up. Remember when she went live on on Instagram and streamed my live stream from YouTube, and I told her, and she was like, "Well, why you ain't talking to Perry?" I could talk to Perry, it's no issue. I could talk to your husband. Uh-huh. I could definitely talk to your husband, dog. You got up there just as fast to do what you did without even reading the lawsuit, without doing your due diligence to rehearse. You sat up there and stacked them papers up like you was really reading something, like you really had some tea on us. And then people that wasn't even in this sector, people that was in the beef sector, people that all over YouTube was doing videos about this stuff, saying that I was mad. I wasn't mad because she was talking about the lawsuit. I was mad because she did not do any research. And if you're going to get up and talk about the situation, before you at least put people's name out there, at least get the full context of the lawsuit. But she didn't do that. This is what I'm talking about all these people that hurried up and clicked a button to talk about this lawsuit. And now let's talk about the people that said I lied about that judgment against me. And let's talk about that. The lady said that she had me served. That lady never had me served a single thing. We're named in here for what? For what? In my opinion, nobody should have been in that lawsuit. That lawsuit should have went nowhere. But the fact that we've been dealing with it with all this stress, I don't know why. I don't know why Sherelle thought I was supposed to be scared of her. Scared of you or your husband. I run circles around your stupid husband. Girl, you crazy. All y'all do is sit up and cause chaos on YouTube. That's what you known for. Causing all that chaos and won't get up here and clear the air. Girl. She thought I was scared. Yeah. No, I'm right over here in these comments. What's T, sis? And tell your husband, I'm not scared of him either. I don't know what make y'all think I'm supposed to be scared of niggas. What do y'all think I'm from? Ain't never been scared of a nigga. Be clear. I'm not scared of your nigga, your used to be nigga, or your current nigga. Be clear. Don't play with me. OMG, I'll never forget you even went over there. I went over there while I was on my live. That's how about it I was. Because you're not going to get up here and pretend like... And her biggest gripe was... Because I told her, I said... I wasn't saying that she owed it to reach out to us before she discussed it because she doesn't know us. What I said was, if you did not read the lawsuit, all you had to do was reach out to one of us and ask the context of it. If you wasn't going to do no research, sitting up there stacking them papers like you really talking about something. You don't never have your shit together around there. You never did before that situation happened, and you never will. Girl, go to hell. Y'all, baby, when I see how these people move, when I see how y'all move, and so many people were siding with that lady. I was like, what have I done to these folks? What have I done to these people? But they ain't nowhere to be found now. He didn't say a word. Gangster met Tiny Mouse. Yeah. I was like, and? Because they was in the comments talking about, you not going to say nothing to him? You not going to say nothing to him? They telling him that, is he gonna say something to me back? He know what's tea. I don't got a reason to be scared of you, punk. All y'all do is sit over there and cause mess. That's all y'all do. Sit over there and cause mess. Ooh. People love being on the wrong side of history. Oh man, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. And folks love to try to rewrite history too. Folks love trying to rewrite history. No, girl, we're not gonna rewrite history, hun. Y'all pray for me, because I was supposed to have been done with this project before 4:30. I hope my boss don't get mad at me. I know if I see that little thing come through, that little instant message, I know she done got me. Oh. Okay, the husband didn't want you to call him out. He knows his wife talks too much. That's exactly what it was. I told y'all, I could spar with you, so I would tear you up. I can go put a clown suit and eat your ass up in my sleep. Nobody's scared of you, snaggletooth bitch. Like, you got me messed up. Sir, hell, my nephew can handle you. I ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody thinking about this. Ain't nobody thinking about my boss. I ain't even on the clock. But I do need to finish this really quick. But it ain't gonna take me long. But y'all gonna sit right here. Okay. Snaggletooth bitch. Sir, you're not running nothing around here. I'm glad y'all remember that day, because they could have swore they punked me. They ain't punk a thing. Be clear. Y'all ain't doing nothing over there. But I've never understood why people like that, why they she was upset because of the fact that she kept saying, I don't know you. Why would I call you? And I was like, that's not what I said. What I said was, if you're going to get your big fat neck up here and try to read something or try to talk about something, instead of getting the information from Anthony, because we already know that's where you got the information from, instead of you getting the information from Anthony about him being dismissed when all he had done was file the motion, the judge hadn't even granted the motion. Girl, child, got them right on together. Who you think you talking to, bro? Nobody's scared of none of y'all. Stop playing with me. I was waiting for him to say something. Crickets. Straight crickets. He couldn't say nothing. Child, that was good promotion for my event in Atlanta. I do appreciate them for that. I sure do. I appreciate them for it. Do. Sure do. Excuse me. Sure do. I sure appreciate y'all for that promo, because people went and bought tickets right after that. Sure did. But then also too, y'all know I'm a pretty good promo genius too when it comes to things like this. I just go ahead and make money off of it, which is what you're supposed to do. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. Okay. None of those, none of those, none of those, none of those. And let's add. But yeah, I listen, I am glad that this is over, and congratulations to everybody that was involved. Cause, child, you talking about the same Sherelle and Perry who acted like they weren't in a room next to each other, doing. Get off my line. Get out my line. IPV, please get out my line. Unbelievable. I promise I stopped watching her about 2 years ago because my spirit just didn't feel right. The problem is that Sherelle, she probably could be really good at what she do. She get the views, she get all those things. She probably will be really good at what she do if she actually done some damn research and stop stacking them down papers like she really doing something. Hold on. Let me get my papers together. This is what she be over there doing. I don't mind the people talk about Sherelle. I don't care. I don't care, mods. I don't care. She played with me, so I don't care. She be sitting over there stacking them papers, acting like she really reading something off of the really reading. Well, girl, you don't have no tea, girl. You don't have no tea. You just be full of shit. Everybody you talk about, you be full of shit. Girls, go to hell. Go with that lady. That's what you can do. Yes, she is very messy. Like, why did you even do that? She had a beef with Mel. Like the beef with Mel came out of nowhere. And then they started attacking people that they thought was millimeters. So she kept going around talking about because at that time the people were coming for Stormy's business around that time. And anybody that had been following me for a long time, y'all know I don't play that stuff. Y'all know I don't play that stuff. I do not play that. I don't like that stuff. Okay? I don't play that. So here she go. Yeah, the millimeters, they out here doxing. They're out here doxing. She found glee in that. That's why I told her, girl, what you're up here doing, playing it for your audience and stuff like that, all of them. I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all. So why would I? Okay, exactly. You don't know us. So why are you reading the lawsuit to begin with anyway? Why are you talking about it if you don't know us? Talking about, yeah, y'all are part of a cult. Y'all are part of a cult. I ain't a part of nothing. You know who you talking about? I ain't a part of either thing. All I go up for is Jesus. I don't claim Beehive. I don't claim none of that stuff. So I don't know who you think you talking to. Oh, that lady had me hot. But y'all saw she left me alone, didn't it? Did. Because I will wear your husband out. And some people that were in the beef sector, some people that was in the beef sector, baby, they actually got on Sherelle's tail about that. Some people that didn't know me, I ain't know them, but I wasn't mad because they were telling the truth. Sure was telling the truth. Who is the plaintiff? The plaintiff in what? What we just talking about? Sarita McNeil. That's who it is, Sarita. She did. She kept saying, yeah, they are part of a cult. They are part of a cult. Again, remember, this was probably on the heels of, I don't know if it was around the time that Mel did that live on Anthony. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I do know that around the time they were going after Stormy's business, I wasn't fooling with Anthony. Anthony was the one that gave Sherelle, I guess, the information. Somebody asked Sherelle to talk about the situation. And I don't know if it was Anthony. I don't know who it was. But asked to talk about the situation, I guess, to get more eyes on it. Now, I think that she personally had, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, but I think she went around there and also got some of that information from that McNeil lady. But anyway, she kept saying they are all a part of a cult and they are doing this in the name of Melody. They doing this in the name of Melody. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. And I was like, what are y'all even talking about, bro? If y'all would read the lawsuit, you would know that y'all are full of bull crap. All you got to do is read it, girl. That's all you got to do, girl. Just read it. I forgot how you add-ons. Add ticket group. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, they couldn't stand the support Mel was get at the time. No, they couldn't. They couldn't. Let's be for real. They couldn't. They couldn't. They couldn't at all. It's just crazy because it's just crazy because this is just baby, it's just weird. Just weird. Just weird. It was consistently something over and 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 over again. Can y'all give me my sticky notes back up on my computer? Why y'all took that off? Y'all, why they took that sticky note thing off of here? I don't want, Just give me the sticky notes. Okay, here we go. Girl. All right. But yeah, they are a part of a cult. They are a part of a cult. They are a part of a cult. And it was just like, you know, I'm so tired of trying to go around here and prove myself. You okay, you got it, girl. You got it. You got it. Whatever it is, you got it. You got it. Hey, you got it. Okay. I just want you to know you got it. So yeah. So those of you that have not been around, we have been through hell with this. Okay. Death threats. I mean, all kinds of stuff, y'all. All kinds of stuff. Death threats. I told y'all when I was in Atlanta doing my event, they kept calling my phone. I had to change a lot of people wonder why I be changing my number so much. That's why. That's why. I literally have to keep changing my number because people was harassing me. I think I changed my number a total of 4 times. Yeah. Yep. I think I changed my number a total of 4 times. Then a lot of other CCs started using that word, that cult word. I just think it's crazy to I just thought it was always crazy that people would settle for that word. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or settle for calling people a part of or saying that people are a part of a cult. I never understood that. Let's see. Yep. They started doing it. All that time was crazy, man. That time was crazy. It's been a called YouTube gang, the family. And I don't know how many times we gotta explain that the family thing. And see, in that lawsuit, that's how she kept representing us, talking about the family, talking about y'all. It was a email. I mean, not an email, but a DM thread. But what they keep calling the family wasn't even the family. What they keep talking about is actually it has everything to do with us creating a group after Cake Gate happened. I don't got a reason to lie to y'all. It was literally after Cake Gate happened. Hey, that lady 1982. It was literally after Cake Gate happened, and we created the group because the girl was being harassed. And so here I am as a man stepping in, and even in Cake Gate, I still hate black women according to them. And that girl, she flat out did me wrong. I don't care what a single soul say. Everybody that witnessed it know that girl did me wrong. Where my people at? Where my people at? Y'all in the chat? Y'all in the chat? Y'all know I ain't lying. Did me dirty. Did me super dirty. Stood in the gap for the women. Cause I'm like, yeah, I can't sit back and watch no woman continue to be threatened and continue to be harassed and continue for all of this stuff to happen. So let me go on and do what I need to do. And that's what happened. But you just these child, dang, I've seen it too. Yeah, I remember that. It happened in 2022. Yep. Yeah. Ridiculous. Absolutely, utterly ridiculous. And so I just, at this point, for me, I'm happy. I'm going to keep talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about it because this lady absolutely, 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 okay, she knew what she was doing the entire time. Oh my God, did I not read this response right? Oh my God, let me see. Okay. So I got different colors on them. All right, that's cool. June of 2022 to be exact. There you go. You better come on with the receipts. You better come on with these dates. Come on with these dates. Try to play with me, lady. Try to play with all of us. And we can't be played with. Okay. Copy. Oh, I gotta do it from here. Hey Mia, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So we free, honey. We free. We are free. Thank the Lord, we free. No longer bound. And ain't no more chains holding me. Whoa, I'm free. Free. Yeah, K-Gate was something serious, y'all. And there's still a lot of stuff that y'all don't have any clue about when it comes to K-Gate. There's literally some stuff that you guys still have no clue about when it comes to K-Gate. Oh, if you only knew. If only you knew how much these fools did to Mom. Yeah. Only you knew. I didn't know about K-Gate. I came to YouTube right after that. That K-Gate was something serious. Did I hear you call somebody bald mouth while I was driving? And you did. I was talking about the Sherelle's husband. That's what I'm talking about. When they got up here and did all that mess that they had done, Sherelle and Perry. That's what I was talking about. Bald mouth ass Perry. Thinking somebody supposed to be scared of him. You ain't gonna talk to her husband. I mean, you ain't gonna talk back to him. You ain't gonna talk back to him. No, he ain't got shit to say to me. He got nothing to say to me. Say to me for what? Your wife the one up here doing stupid stuff. Talk to her. Don't talk to me. Okay, let me save this. Save it. Yeah, who's your sir? He may not come when you want him to, but he is an on-time God. He's an on-time God. Oh yes, he is. Oh, on-time God. Yes, he is. He may not come when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God. Oh yes, he is. Now you better watch it, cause I go into Dottie's verse. That used to be my mama's favorite song, man. That used to be my mama's favorite song. You can ask the 12,000. Will we say he? Something is wrong with me. Something's wrong. Is El Teddy live? No, because I just got a notification they really be about to go live in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes. Let me see. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. I got 6 minutes to submit this, y'all. Hang in there with me. Give me just a few. I'm almost to the submit button. All right. Yay. We made it. We made it. We made it. Yeah, we made it. Yeah, we made it. Yeah. We made it. Okay. Whew, I just finished. Lord have mercy. I know if 4:30 would have hit and I hadn't finished that, boy, my boss was gonna send me one of them instant messages, and I was gonna pretend like I didn't see it before I left. Sure was. I finna sit up here and pretend. But I don't mind them. I don't, baby girl. I don't mind them talking about Sherelle. I don't mind it at all, cause baby, When I tell you that everybody know about Sherelle and Dookie Face Perry, everybody already know about them sleaze bags. And if they ready, we can go on and go another round. Actually, I'm not gonna go no rounds with them. But I already didn't say what I needed to say to them. Forever. All I'm saying is get your fat neck up here and talk about this victory. That's what I'm saying. What y'all gonna do with me, bro? What y'all gonna do with me? What is y'all gonna do with little old me? Ask the children of Israel. I remember I told y'all that one of Dottie People's background singers came to my uncle's funeral. She gonna ask me to my, can I sit with the family? I don't know. You better go ask my auntie. I ain't got nothing to do with it. She was so serious too. You think I can sit with the family? I said, ma'am, I don't know you. Listen, you're gonna have to go ask them that because I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Are you kin to us? Are you related to us? Well, mama and daddy used to take care of your Uncle Henry way back in the day. Ma'am, how? How did they take care of my Uncle Henry and my Uncle Henry is older than them? How? How, ma'am? How? How they took care of Uncle Henry when Uncle Henry was older than them? You lying, trying to come sit with the family. Y'all know y'all done been to a funeral and y'all family and then somebody swear up and down that they kin to you. Girl, you ain't no kin to us. Sit over there with them with the people. Sit over there with the friends. Why do people want to sit with the family somewhere? Why do people always want to be associated with somebody when somebody died? Have y'all ever wondered that? Have y'all ever wondered that? Why do people always want to be associated with folks when they die? Like, I do remember one time going to this funeral and this lady, she did say, I heard her talking to the lady next to her. She said, I don't know them, but I stay right across the street over there, and child, I just came to see if they needed some help. How you came to see if they needed some help and you trying to sit with the family? I just wanted to know if they needed some help. Yee. And they be nosy trying to get some show, dude. Show, dude. Think they supposed to eat first. Child, listen, listen. Get up in the line, DDS sitting up with the first one with a plate. Who is you? Who is you? Who's you? I never forget we did have this lady when my mom passed away. It was this lady that did the same thing. And I had always recognized that lady because I swear every church that we went to, she was always there. It didn't have to be no funeral service. I'm just talking about like a regular church service, like a pastor wife anniversary, just like she would always be there. And so when my mom passed away and we seen her, she came to my aunt's house. We was at my aunt's and grandma's house. That's where we met at. And my sister stayed like right in front of them. Like all my family in back home, they all stay in one area. They all stay on land that was passed down by my grandfather. So anyway, She walks up and she was like, "Hey," my sister's name is D, and then of course I'm D too, but most people call me by part of my middle name, okay, which is Sean. They call me Sean or whatever. So she had walked up. She was like, "Hey D, hey Sean, hey." She's speaking to my other siblings or whatever. She's speaking. She's speaking. She's talking about, "Can I sit with y'all down at the funeral service?" I turned around and I looked at my sister. And I said, "No." My sister said, "My sister said, bro, why not?" I said, "Is she related to us? She in the family?" And mind you, I'm asking her this while she's standing right in front of us. Is she kin to us? She related to us? Yeah, well, you lying. You lying. I ain't never seen you at none of our family events. I ain't never seen you at none of our family functions. I ain't seen you at nobody's birthday party. Matter of fact, I ain't seen you at none of my mama's birthday parties for that matter. So why do you feel like you need to sit with us? No. Mm-mm. 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 You can't. You can't. The church is large. Church is really large. Go on the other side and pick you a good seat. Cause go on the other side and pick you a good seat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. Oh, there's one other thing I need to do. Hold on, I'm about to see what you said, IPV. But they good-hearted people. Though they help with everything, serving food, ushering people, singing hymns, and the whole nine. Funeral hoppers got God's work to do. Not all funeral hoppers do that, IPV. Funeral hoppers that I know, they don't do that. As far as I know, they don't do that. Now, maybe the ones maybe they don't mind carrying flowers and carrying on. I remember them days when I used to have to carry flowers around for the funeral home. I remember that. hmm they used to say, "You want to carry the funeral? I mean, you want to carry this around? You want to carry this around? Here you go. Now carry this around. Carry this around. Carry this around. Carry this flower out there to the hearse." Speaking of funeral homes, I see they blasting the funeral home. Well, we got two black funeral homes in my hometown. One was called Jackie Warren Funeral Home. Baby, I see them. They on there blasting that man. I remember back in the day, my mom and them used to always say, "If something ever happened to me, don't y'all take me over there to Jackie Warren Funeral Home," because she heard that what he do is when the family and the folks leave from the cemetery, allegedly they will say that man would dump folk bodies in there and reuse them caskets. And she said, "Don't you ever take me there. Okay, I have enough money to be taken round there to Mr. Thomas." Mr. Thomas was actually a white man that was married into a black family, and they owned a funeral home there. And she was like, they used to say it all the time back in the day. Well, now allegations are resurfacing, and they found it out. Like they doing investigations on that man and everything. I was like, dang. But my mom never used to say it back in the day. "Don't take me there. I don't care what you do. But please do not take my body there. And I won't take y'all's there." And she didn't. Yes, they actively have investigation. Let me tell you what they did recently. So there was a well-known woman within our hometown that died. She she founded a organization that helped like pregnant teens finish school, finish high school and stuff like that. Her name was Dr. Viola. Well, Dr. Viola recently passed away. I think Dr. Viola passed away in the end of February, I believe. No, the end of January. She died at the end of January. And so basically what ended up happening was they came to get the body from the hospital. She ended up passing away. They came to get the body from the hospital. But when the family kept trying to make arrangements to go up there, kind of do whatever they needed to do with the body or whatever, they kept making excuses and saying, oh, well, no one is going to be there because, we have this going on, we have this going on, and we would rather make the arrangements over the phone. Well, people are really desperate at that particular time. And some folks, if they haven't been through it before, they're not thinking, right? Now, mind you, this is owned by a black man. So they said a week went by. And they start getting real concerned and was like, hey, what do we need to do? Like, we have the money, we're willing to pay in full. We don't have no GoFundMe, we don't have any of that. We are willing to pay in full. What do we need to do to bury her? Like, she was well known in the city, so they didn't have no issues burying her. So after that, they said that one of the family members ended up coming that lived in Dallas. They had to go back to work, ended up coming back, and they ended up stopping at the funeral home. Stopped at the funeral home, and he said he wanted to see his auntie because she didn't have any kids. So he wanted to see the auntie because he took care of her in her last days, all that stuff. Baby, he said that when he walked into the funeral home, at first, what he had to do was he had to go through the side door. They had the front door locked. The front door was locked. He said he went through the side door. He knew people was there because there was cars outside. He went in the side door. He said as soon as he walked in, he almost died from the smell in that funeral home. So initially what he did, the man wasn't there that day. One of his assistants was there. His assistant was talking crazy to the man, told the man, we told you that we weren't available until such and such and such and such, and you came up here anyway. Like basically telling him that he didn't have no business coming up there. Well, if the funeral home is supposed to be open these specific hours, you can't stop them people from coming up there. So the other black funeral home in our hometown is called Mayberry Funeral Home. Well, what they did was, you know how you have to do the transfer paperwork if you want to transfer from one funeral home to the other funeral home, and most of the time they charge a fee on both ends, right? He told that family that because he had had the body for over a week, that they would have to pay him the same amount that he had quoted them for the funeral services to transfer her body to the other funeral home. You heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. The amount that she said that he quoted her, the nephew had went up there. It was him and his wife. The wife said that they had quoted her literally $12,000 to move that woman's body from that particular funeral home to another funeral home. But that's not even the kicker part. So the nephew said, well, you know what? If we got to pay $12,000, we're going to have to pay Mayberry Funeral Home just the same amount. Why would we do that? We don't want to do that. So he said, okay, well, let's go ahead and still have the funeral service. We'll still let y'all do the funeral services. But is there any way that we can see her body? Why can't we see her body? Do y'all know that eventually when they saw the auntie's body, it was not in a cooling area at all. It was just, her body was just laid in the funeral home, just laid there. They hadn't even embalmed her yet, y'all. So when they were eventually able, they got the police involved, and so they were able to get her moved, but they ended up having to have a memorial service and cremate her body because that's how bad it was. Yeah. They ended up cremating her and ended up having a memorial service because her body was so far gone because of how this particular funeral home went. And it's just crazy because seeing this stuff now, like it's some other families that I see are having issues with them and they're still operating. It's so crazy to me because, again, my mom has been deceased since 2011, y'all. She been telling us that for the longest. My mom has been deceased over a decade. We going on 5 years. Well, actually, we just hit 5 years in March. March 27th. I mean, 15 years. I'm sorry, not 5 years. 15 years. We just hit 15 years in March, and it still feel like yesterday. But yeah, hmm the you know what, little baby, I don't know. And they may not even supposed to be operating, but I would think that they would go around there and close the doors or lock the doors or put a lock on the door. Y'all remember how I read y'all that story about the funeral home in Houston, Texas? It was kind of sort of the same thing. It was like it was nasty, mad work. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when I say nasty, I mean nasty, straight up nasty. Hmm. Yeah. I think I saw something online, man. I don't know how these folks be doing certain stuff like this, but yeah, that's what they do. It's exactly what they do, y'all. That's what they do. Well, listen, I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, because I wanted to make sure that y'all got the 411 about the loony lady, the lawyer lady, okay? And I want y'all to know about this case. Yes, it is a victory for me, okay? It is a victory for everyone who is involved. Y'all just don't know the hell that we have been through, okay? All right, so this say Republicans have caved, will end the government shutdown without passing the SAVE Act. Well, looky, looky.
Revolted. It's been several days, and now House Republicans have said, you know what, we're going to cave, we're going to agree to it. This is a win for Democrats, a loss to hardline Republicans, including Trump, who wanted to fund ICE, who wanted to fund CBP, and most importantly, who wanted to get the SAVE Act as part of any legislation. So that didn't happen. No SAVE Act, no CBP funding, no ICE funding. House will agree to pass this funding bill that will fund TSA,
Ooh, thank
Coast
you,
Guard,
Jesus.
FEMA, and the other parts of
Thank you,
DHS,
Jesus.
excluding
Ooh,
the two
I just got
immigration related
chills.
parts of the agency. So, major news right now. I'll have more updates for you soon. As always, follow along for all the news you need to know about. And if you want to support my work, subscribe to my
The
Substack at the link in my bio.
Republicans, y'all have finally did it for the first time in a long time. Oh, yes. Thank you, Republicans. This is a huge win for the Democrats. It's a very huge win for the Democrats because the Democrats didn't cave. This time it was the Republicans that caved, the Republicans and Trump. But you know why they caving? Because they still want them midterm elections and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Well, it ain't happening. Listen, make sure still, y'all. I can't stress this enough. What did I say midterms? I didn't say midterm. I meant midterms if I didn't say midterms. What I will say though is y'all, please still don't let this stop you from getting your passport or your birth certificate. Don't let it stop you. Just don't let it stop you. Keep those things on standby anyway. Let me stack my papers up because we had a good live. Ooh, let me stack my papers. Let me stack these papers. These papers. These papers. I'm gonna stack these papers. Papers. Paper. Oh yeah, too many seats. Yes, we definitely we gotta flip all them seats blue. We do. We gotta flip them seats blue. Straight blue. We gotta flip, 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 flip. Mm-hmm. I thought Trump signed a voting uh, directive yesterday. That was for mail-in ballots. I think that was bound to happen eventually. But yeah, that was for mail-in ballots um for the mail-in ballots. Oh, I never knew that was right here. What the heck? Oh my God, I never knew this was here. But yeah, that's what he signed yesterday to end the the mail-in ballots, which it still should have happened, but I figured that was gonna happen. You know, we can't have both. Can't have both. All right. I think really be about to go live. I was trying to hold y'all until she go live so I can go right on to work.
Know about and
Let me go over here and see. Not yet. Y'all know it's Autism Awareness Month, so I do have some things that I'm going to be doing for autism awareness, um, especially with everything going on. So yeah, I can't find my passport. Ooh, bam, girl, you gotta find that passport. Find that passport. Oh wow, so L Teddy did go live. He went live early. What? That sucks. I did not know L Teddy was live. Oh. Well, I missed it. I'll watch the replay, child. I'll watch the replay. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. It's the first. It's the first. It's the first.